Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are celebrating Rebecca and her 500 subscribers, and what we are going to do is scraplift her. So I went to her Instagram and I found this layout. She did it for a black and white challenge. I'm not going black and white, I'm going color, but I am just going to use one photo like she did. This is my voiceover bench at Creativation in our hotel. I've pulled out some products. I just went through and found die cuts that I thought would coordinate. I have this 12 by 12 recipe piece of paper, this green paper, this denim from Bro & Co. I actually bought it for the stripe, but I think I'm going to use it for the denim. And then I have this paper, which is pretty old. It's from Scenic Route 2006. So, not that side. I'm going to use this side. Let's see what I can do. All right, you guys, this layout came together pretty quickly. I really didn't go searching for much after using the stuff I pulled out. I think I just went searching for a title, some thickers for a title. So that's basically all that happened. Oh, and I did have to grab one more sheet of paper. Now I am going to go ahead and use this background. Now in Rebecca's layout, her vertical piece of paper went all the way from the top to the bottom. I decided not to do that. I decided to cut my paper down to 11 inches. That way I would have a border all the way around this paper here. Now I went ahead and cut my photo mat to 4.5 by 6.5. That gives me a nice thick photo mat around my photo. Sometimes I like a thinner mat, sometimes I like a thicker mat. I really want it to kind of play on this green teal color, so I decided to make a thicker mat. I'm also going to use one of these recipe cards as a journaling box. I think right now I'm searching for paper. And then I find this paper from Scrapworks, and the paper's from 2005, you guys. Like, what the heck is going on? I saw the 2005 and was excited. So I'm using a 2005 paper and a 2006 paper, and it's 2021. What the heck am I doing with a 2005 paper? I actually, before I found this red paper, I went to my 8.5 by 11 cardstock, and I have a couple Anna Griffin sheets of paper in there because it's my only 8.5 by 11 paper that isn't cardstock, and I think that one was from 2003. So holy moly, you guys, like, what in the world am I doing with paper that old? That is shameful. Shameful. At least it's getting used up, right? So I go ahead and pop up my photo on some fun foam, and I put it at just a slight little angle, and my recipe card is also at a slight little angle. Now I am going to use these hearts right here. I decide to pop them up on a little bit of fun foam, and I'm just going to use some foam squares to do that. And they fit perfectly into the little hearts, so that makes it super easy. I just peel off those bad boys and place them at the bottom of my recipe card, which turns into a journaling card. And then I know that I'm using classy in my title. So I'm just kind of picking out the little bits. It drives me crazy to have the insides of letters still in there. Does that drive you guys crazy as well? Or, am I just the maniac that feels that way? I went ahead and used this old October afternoon TV guide kind of label banner type thing over here. And I know that YouTube isn't exactly TV, but I watch YouTube on my TV. Like, I cast it onto the television, so it makes sense in my head. Now, this big old camera came from Vicky Boutin. I want to say the Let's Wander collection. And I went ahead and trimmed off the camera strap. It's actually still here on my desk, because everything's everywhere on my desk right now. But I decided to cut that off because it just was too bulky and it just did not need to be on the page. Now I did cut my floral in half and tucked it in two different places. And then I decided to use this slide mount and place it down here where the floral is, just to give it a little bit of extra oomph. Now, I decide that I need something here. It just looks a little bit empty, so I grab this little banner that says all in a day's work, and I adhere that down. But I still feel like it's missing something, so I grab these two little labels and I kind of, like, I don't know, banner them up, even though I didn't fishtail banner them, and kind of tuck them in next to the slide so it's a mini cluster right here. And then I have these three little hearts, and I decide to place them over here by the TV guide sign, just because I felt like there needed to be a little bit more. Now, I did play with the idea of bringing this other floral die cut onto the page, and you know, I'm trying it out and it just doesn't feel right. So we're not going to put that up there. I did like this little fancy bracket type thing, so I went ahead and put that down and then placed remember the days on top of it. And then like the floral just didn't make the cut, you guys. So now I am ready to work on my title, and I go ahead and place down classy. And then I'm like, oh, I need to pick out some letters, and I feel like I need to bring in some more of this blue color, because it's kind of like this big, bold, striking color on top of this layout, and I don't have anything else really there, which doesn't really bother me, because if you saw my stacked washi layout recently, all of the washi was basically like red and white and metallic, and then I have this kind of tealy blue just wham right there. Now, I did do that because there was a tiny bit of tealy blue in the Christmas card that I scrapbooked, but it does make kind of a statement. So I went ahead and found these round chipboard letter stickers, and I do go ahead and glue them on with my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, but that's afterwards. I don't do it on camera. But it did get glued down, because you and I both know those bad boys aren't sticking down without extra help. Now, I decided to leave the arrow to kind of represent the star and the embellishment that Rebecca did up in her upper right-hand corner. So the title is Classy YouTube Bench, because this is the bench that I did my voiceovers. Like that's where I sat and did them while we were at Creativation. So it says, this little bench was in the elevator lobby, in quotes, on our floor. This is where I did my YouTube voiceovers during Creativation. It was mostly quiet, but there was a moment where other guests came in cursing, had to delete and start all over after the F-bomb was dropped. And holy moly, you guys, like every other word out of these people's mouth was the F word. So that did not really work for me for a voiceover for YouTube. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been terrible. Absolutely terrible. So I took a photo of the bench to kind of remember, like, hey, this is where you did all of your voiceovers for YouTube. And these are like fun memories, good memories, and, you know, these kind of things, you know, need to be documented too. So I made that happen. Now make sure you check out everyone down below who is celebrating Rebecca and her YouTube milestone of reaching 500 subscribers. She's also having a giveaway, so make sure that you head to her channel. If you haven't subscribed to everyone on the list down below, go ahead and give them a subscribe. You'll probably find some new scrappy people to follow. It'll be super awesome. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you again real soon for another video.